Well, hello, my friend. My name is Joe Bakmotsky. I'm the host of the Simplify Cancer podcast and also the author of Come Before the Scan, How to Stop Worrying About Cancer Recurrence. And now, check this out. I'm also the author of Finding Hope in Times of Uncertainty, a guide to thriving in a challenging world of today. Listen, I'll tell you about the book later, but right now, I just want to share with you my favorite way to tackle worry in your life. Listen, this will only take 1 minute for you to actually do in your life when you apply it. And you can do this anytime, anywhere, which I think can really serve you. Because this is really something that's helped me to get on top of my worry after cancer. Because as you probably know, I had testicular cancer, I had surgery, I had chemotherapy, and I know I just couldn't stop worrying and panicking about like what my life is gonna look like after cancer. I didn't know whether the cancer's gone. I was just freaking out about it coming back. And this is something that's really helped me to really deal with it. And this exercise is called the line of control. And listen, I don't want to just tell you about it. I want you to actually do this with me right now. So I can walk you through it so you can see it for what it is and see how you can apply it to your life. So let's do this right now, right? So I want you to imagine, right? I want you to imagine that there is a line extending from your forehead, right? Kind of dividing the world in front of you into equal halves. And now I want you to think of all the things that you cannot influence or control in any way. And I want you to think of those specific things. Imagine them and put them on the left. So this could include things like what's happening in politics. This could include what's happening in the economy. This includes what the neighbors are doing. This includes what the boss has said to you last week. Think of something that is outside of your control, such as the cancer coming back, something that you cannot control or influence or change. And imagine that as a thing. Take it and put it on your left. And now think of something else. Think of things that you cannot control. Grab it and put it on your imaginary the left-hand side. Remember how we divided the world into halves? Think of the things that you can't control, grab it, think of when you know what that thing is, put it on the left. You can just do this in your head. Now, when you've done it, when you've had a couple of things that you imagine that are beyond your control or influence, and you've grabbed them, and you put it on kind of to the left-hand side, right? Now, I want you to turn your attention to the right, right? So now, I want you now to think of things that you could influence or control or change in some way. So for me, this would be like, looking after my health. It could be what I eat, whether I'm, doing exercise or going for walks. It's whether I'm learning new skills. It's how I show up for my family. So what is that for you? So I want you to think of those things mentally and put them to the right. Put them to the right hand side. So what we're doing right now is we're separating the things that we cannot control or influence in any way from the things that you could at least somehow influence or change, right? This is the line of control, separating those two things. And while we cannot stop those things from existing, things that we cannot control, influence, or change, but we can kind of set them aside. We can set them aside and we can divert our energy and time and attention towards the things that you could control, influence, or change, towards things that might make you feel happier and more fulfilled inside. And you can do this anytime, anywhere, whenever you feel overwhelmed, whenever you feel that things really are getting to you. That's what can really help you. And that's why the power of this technique lies in, right? It's in kind of in this simplicity, right? It's not a magic wand, but it's something that can, that as a skill can help you to separate your worries from away from the things that you cannot control and to divert your energy towards that which you can. And listen, this exercise is actually, it's in this book, right? It's in Finding Hope in Times of Uncertainty, a guide to thriving in a challenging world of today. I want to tell you how this book has actually come about. You know, when the pandemic started, I was on the phone with my grandmother, and she is now, 96 years old, right? She's the wisest, the most incredible person I've ever met. And, you know, we were talking about the pandemic, and she was telling me about a time when she was a medical student in the Soviet Union, and they had a typhus epidemic which killed like millions of people. I had no idea that it even happened. So it was a typhus epidemic, and it was awful. And she was sent as a medical student to this remote mountain village. Right? She had no training, no medical supplies, and she was just told to just look after people. Right? And it was scary back then because, you know, the people were getting sick, you know, there was no food. And back then, right, the quarantine measures included, like, you know, army guards around the village, you know, with a shoot on-site policy, right? That kind of made me appreciate the lockdowns that we had today, right? So that was the experience that she went through, and she nearly died from typhus, and it was just crazy, right? So I said to her, I said, like, listen, Grandma, how did you guys get through it? Right? Because this was rough, right? There was, you know, so much going on. And she said to me, you know what? We had hope. We had hope that things could get better, that one day things will be different, that one day maybe something will change. And that just such, that meant so much to me, because it brought back, you know, all the struggles that I had in my life, and going through cancer treatment, and all the worry and just the craziness of day-to-day life, of dealing with life after cancer. And it made me realize that hope is such a huge thing that's really given me, you know, the strength to really go on. And so I decided to really share what I've learned about, you know, dealing with hope, and finding the strength to go on when the times are tough. And so in this book, I really talk about three things. I talk about how to really find hope, you know, in a difficult time. You know, how to build hope to help you stay on track for your goals and the dreams that you may have. And also how to really share hope, which is how to give hope and inspire others to get through, you know, the difficult time that they might be facing themselves. And that's why I want not only to share this book today and give you an opportunity to buy this book now on Amazon, but also I want to give you something really special. Just today, because also you've got my book, so you really get what I'm about and my values and where I stand. And I know you do, because we've been through the same experience. I want to give you, to make this really work for you, to really help you in your life right now after cancer, to have this book really, really serve you, I want to give you 3 very special gifts to go with it. So when you get this book today, when you buy it right now, I want to give you first the audiobook version of Finding Hope in Times of Uncertainty, a guide to thriving in a challenging world of today. So you get the audiobook, which you can listen to anytime, anywhere, whether you're driving or on the train, or maybe you're lying down because you're not feeling well. I know I used to listen to audiobooks like that. Well, however it serves you, I think that can really help. The second thing I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you the PDF implementation guide with all the exercises. It's all there for you. It's all structured in a way so you can implement all the key ideas from the book in a way that is, sustainable and going to make sense for you and your way of life. So I think that can really serve you as well. And the third thing, of course, that I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you my free video training called 3 Ways to Tackle Uncertainty in Your Daily Life. And I'll walk you through some of the best ways that I found in dealing with the unknown and the uncertainty and the worries that life presents, that especially hits home for people like you and me who've been through cancer. So listen, why am I doing all of this? Well, of course, because I want you to buy the book, right? That makes sense. But also because I know what we've been through with cancer, it changes you. It changes the way that you feel. It changes how you see the world. And I want to give you the tools to not only help you and sustain you in your life after cancer, but also so that you can help and support other people around you who might be struggling, who might be going through a difficult time. Because I truly believe that it is alone that we suffer, but together we hope. And that's why I hope that you can buy this book today by clicking on the Buy on Amazon button on this page. It will take you to the Amazon page where you can buy the book. But then you can come back to this page and click on the Send Me Free Gifts Now button. Click on the button, after you buy the book, you can put in your name and email, and it will send you the links to all the bonus gifts, to all the 3 free gifts that I'm sharing with you, right? So you get the free audiobook, you get the free implementation guide, and you get access to the free video training that I'm doing called 3 Ways to Tackle Uncertainty in Your Daily Life. I hope that you can do this for yourself and to inspire others around you and really help you to give you more tools to have the life that you deserve after cancer. My name is Joe Bakhmotsky. I'll see you soon.